When someone says Thor Odinson, we think Chris Hemsworth. It's like Robert Downey as Iron Man or Tom Hiddleston as Loki. It just makes sense, right? But like Master Yoda said in The Empire Strikes Back, there is another. Turns out, Chris's brother Liam was almost cast as Thor. So in this video, we're taking a look at how we could have gotten a different God of Thunder and why we didn't. Stay tuned. First up, Chris thinks his first audition for the role sucked. Now, that seems impossible, right? How could he mess up an audition for one of the most iconic characters in Marvel history? Well, he remembers it as if it happened just a few months ago. He auditioned for the role more than a decade ago, but he didn't get a call back from the studio. Speaking with Wired in a Google autocomplete interview, he claimed that his audition probably sucked. And when you don't get a call back, that's your answer. But then, Liam auditioned for the role, and he was good. In fact, he was so good that he made it to the top 5 actors being considered for the role. It almost makes you want to see his audition reels or maybe a screen test to see how he'd look holding Mjolnir. But as fate would have it, Marvel didn't go with Liam. They explained that while he was good for the role, he was a bit young to play the God of Thunder. But wait, how old was he when he auditioned? Back in 2009, when Marvel was casting for the role of Thor, Liam would have been 19 years old. So yeah, we totally get it. And then Chris came back for another shot at Thor. Chris's agent told the casting director that if they're not going with Liam, he had an older brother who could possibly be perfect for the role. He went back in, re-auditioned a few times, and just had a completely different attitude about it. In the autocomplete interview, he added that he had a lot more motivation to play the role, considering that his brother had made it to the top 5. We love a little competition between brothers. But it also helped that he had more film experience before he went back. Back in 2009, Chris starred in A Perfect Getaway and the phenomenal Star Trek reboot where he played James T. Kirk's dad. And appearing in Star Trek would have probably given him a taste of what it's like to work in a huge franchise that millions of people adore. Of course, Marvel wasn't the industry titan back then as it is now, but that makes it even better that Chris nailed it his second audition. And now, 11 years later, we get to see Thor's muscular tushy in Love and Thunder. But now that the multiverse is wide open, can Liam show up as a Thor variant? Chris certainly wants that. Marvel's opened up a whole new world of possibilities with No Way Home. That was the first time we got a multiversal crossover between Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. Plus, villains from their respective universes came along for the ride. If we can have that, we can have anything. And of course, with Multiverse of Madness, audiences got their wishes granted when John Krasinski showed up as Reed Richards. Kevin Feige was pretty chipper about it too. He revealed that a multiverse opens up opportunities for fan casting as well. A lot of people on social media have been campaigning for Krasinski to be cast as Mr. Fantastic, cause he just feels right for the character. So Feige used Multiverse of Madness as a way to offer some major fan service. But let's not forget Loki's first season where he got like 1,000 Loki variants. Hey, if we can have an alligator variant of Loki, we can certainly have Liam Hemsworth's variant of Thor. And this makes us think of Secret Wars. Why Secret Wars? Because that's where Phase 4 and possibly 5 will lead up to. There's a theory floating around Reddit that claims that after the Infinity Saga, the next major event to change everything about the Marvel landscape will be the Secret Wars event. The hints have already been there. It all started with Loki, and it's come to a head in Multiverse of Madness. You'll have noticed that everyone kept talking about incursions, right? When you mess up with the multiverse, incursions are inevitable. And when enough incursions happen, 2 universes get pulled into a dance of death. Eventually, one or both get completely annihilated. But why is this important to Liam's Thor variant? Well, in the Secret Wars event, there's a battle world, which is a combination of different pieces of different Earths. So let's say a part of Earth 616 gets merged with Earth 1610, and so on. Now, in Secret Wars, many different variants of Thor act as a peacekeeping force on Battleworld. So if we can have 3 versions of Spider-Man, then why not 3 versions of the God of Thunder? They could even bring back Jane Foster's variant of the Mighty Thor, and then we'd have 3 gorgeous Thors to stare at. But hey, at least we've got the third Hemsworth brother as an Asgardian Thor actor. Sure, we don't have Liam yet, but we've got 2 of the 3 brothers in the MCU. Back in Ragnarok, Taika had the brilliantly wacky idea to cast the oldest Hemsworth sibling, Luke, as an Asgardian actor who portrays Thor in Asgard's plays about their legends. What's even better is that he's joined with Matt Damon, who plays Loki. Their addition to the MCU wasn't really necessary to the overall story, but now we can't imagine a Thor movie without them. They're even in Love and Thunder, and they're as hilarious as ever. But get this, Chris's daughter India and wife Elsa Pataky are also part of the latest Thor adventure. India plays Gorr's daughter, Love, and Pataky plays one of Thor's past lovers, the Wolf Woman. Pretty cool, huh? So if you needed one more reason to love the Hemsworth family other than their wholesome Instagram posts, there you have it. Finally, when can we see Liam as the God of Thunder? Kevin Feige has got some cool updates for us. We need you to keep in mind Secret Wars because that's going to going to be super important moving into Phase 5 of the MCU. Speaking with Slash Film, Phage teased that there are tons of Thor stories in the comics that they haven't explored yet, including horror-themed ones. If Marvel Studios continues looking to the comics as their guide, then there are plenty of Thor incarnations that we've yet to see. So there you have it, folks. Never say never to 1,000 God of Thunder variants zooming past the screen. We'd totally dig a horror-themed Thor movie or TV show with Liam as the lead. That'd be cool to watch, right? And now that we've got Chris, Elsa Pataky, Luke, and India Rose in the MCU, it's only a matter of time before we see Liam make his superhero landing. And now for some other news. First up, guess who didn't know Thor is going to return? Taika and Hemsworth. Now, everyone was thinking that Love and Thunder would be Hemsworth's last outing as Thor Odinson. The trailers hinted at it too, and apparently Taika and Hemsworth thought the same. Speaking with Insider, Taika revealed that both he and Chris were shocked when they saw the words "Thor will return" flash across the screen. They had no idea the God of Thunder would return until the movie came out. Now, Taika did say that if Marvel wanted him to come back to direct another Thor movie, he'd be totally up for it. However, it has to be something unexpected and surprising. He threw out an idea of a $5 million budget movie that's just a road trip with Thor, possibly in Nebraska. And you know what? We'd watch that movie twice. Now, Love and Thunder is short for a Marvel flick, so what did Taika leave out and why? Turns out there's a lot on the cutting room floor. Taika revealed to Insider that Jeff Goldblum, Peter Dinklage, and Lena Headey were supposed to star in the movie. There's even a 4-hour cut that Hemsworth described as a bat bleep crazy, but nearly 2 hours had to be scrapped in the final cut. Taika explained that the scenes with Goldblum, Dinklage, and Headey were cut for good reason. They just didn't fit in the movie. Some scenes may look amazing and funny on their own, but don't make sense within the context of the movie. He added that if he kept those scenes in, it would have brought the movie to a halt. But fans are now clamoring for the original 4-hour Taika cut, the same way they asked Zack Snyder's Justice League. So we'll just wait and see if we ever get one. And finally, Hemsworth did something super thoughtful for Natalie Portman before their kiss in Love and Thunder. We've always known he's a charming guy, but we had no idea how incredibly thoughtful he can be. Natalie Portman revealed to UK's Capital FM that Hemsworth took a temporary break from eating meat on the day that they shot their kiss. He did this for a simple reason though, so he didn't want her kissing him with meat on his breath. Of course, he'd probably use mouthwash beforehand, but it's still super thoughtful. We loved that little behind-the-scenes tidbit. And that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching. So, what variant of Thor do you want to see Liam play in the near future? And what do you think of Taika cutting nearly 2 hours of Love and Thunder? Tell us down in the comments. And as always, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.